One of the most common questions I get when I'm streaming is people asking me, have you got any tips on how I can get money and XP quicker in Call of the Wild? Because it feels like it's taking me forever to get levels, XP, skills and perks, all the rest of it. So I thought what I'd do is I would think about my top 10 tips of how you guys can do it quicker, and I'd make them in a video. So that's exactly what we've got today. This is my top 10 tips on how to get money and XP quicker in Call of the Wild. My first piece of advice is going to be, don't play on the standard maps. Leighton Lakes and Hirschfelden were introduced right when the game was released. It means that they are legacy maps and they were designed to be played at a much slower pace than what we like to play today. What I would do instead is either jump on multiplayer or purchase the DLCs and play something like Savannah, New Zealand or SRP. Those maps are much quicker in the way that you can play them. They also have much more density in their animal spawns, which means that you're going to find more animals. More animals obviously means more money, more XP, and you'll level up a lot quicker doing it that way. My next tip is going to be upgrade from the soft point bullets to the polymer tip. If we go ahead and have a look right here in the inventory, what you will see from the ammunition is that the soft point bullet here does 15 penetration, whereas the polymer tip does 30. So it does twice the penetration of the soft point bullet. Now what that means is that from 150 meters, you are much more likely to penetrate something like the heart or lungs. Them vital shots are going to take the animals down much quicker, but it also secures that diamond rating as well. So it's really important that you go ahead and use the polymer tip in any gun that I use where it's available, whether it be the M1, the 300 or the 243. I'm always running the polymer tip bullets, and I recommend that you guys do the same. They cost a little bit more, but they save you a ton of time when it comes to actually getting the animals, and will definitely prove to be a good return on your investment the more you play. My third tip is going to be regarding skills and perks. Upgrade them as you go along. Now for those of you that don't know, skills and perks are the things that aid you while you are hunting. As you can see right here, we've loaded on up into the skills section, and we have Stalker and we have Ambusher. Now what these are going to do is they are going to give you things like information on the animal on their tracks, information when you spot them. There's a whole load of stuff here that can be really useful for you guys when you come to actually trying to track animals down and hunt the animals, to know what you're dealing with, the size of the animal, if it's a diamond potential or not. And if you guys want to go ahead and see which ones I'm running, down below in the description is a link to a spreadsheet where I've got screenshots that show you exactly my setup, and you guys can replicate that as you go. Also here you have the perks. Now what you've got to bear in mind, okay, even though these guys here have titles for rifles, handguns, shotguns, etc. For example, the shotgun one right here. Decrease your edge blur when using shotguns with iron, red dot, and holographic sights. That one right there is for shotguns exclusively. But then if you come down to this one here, weapon sights align faster after rotating with any weapon. So that shows that even though it's under the shotgun category, you can still use it on your regular rifles. So do bear that in mind when you come to making your decisions. Tip number 4 is going to be, don't go ahead and do something crazy like shooting one of the bigger animals with one of your smaller guns, especially before you've got those polymer tip bullets. And never shoot them from distance, because as you can see here, I'm going to shoot this moose here. Right like that. I've shot it with a 243 and a soft point bullet. And that moose is going to run for miles now, because we haven't got the penetration to hit the vital, and we haven't got the pure stopping power in the bullet itself to do any significant damage. And what that's going to mean is that we are going to be on a long trail for the animal. What this means is that you are wasting time, and you are also wasting bullets essentially. And nobody wants to do that, so just don't shoot them big ones until you manage to upgrade your gun or get them polymer tip bullets and you're shooting from nice and close. Tip number 5 is going to be about need zones. Now I would recommend that you guys learn the need zone times for your animals. For example, we have a whole bunch of elk that are over here, and if I have a look on the map, it tells me in front here that the need zone for these elk are going to be from 5:30 in the morning till 5 in the evening. Now that means that I can come here pretty much all day and they will be around here somewhere. However, some of them are a bit more time specific. Like for example this one right here. Plains bison drinking need zone, 10 AM till 11:30 AM. Now some of you may be asking, how do you find need zones? Well, it's simple. You come to a certain area, you see a bunch of animals, and then you start spotting the animals. This will come from your skills of the spotting knowledge, and then that will go ahead and give you a beautiful need zone on the animal. Tip number 6 is going to be, make sure that when you take an animal down, you come over to it and you confirm that trophy. What that means is that if you don't, you miss out on the money and XP and weapon score from this animal. So what you need to do is you need to hit accept, and right there you can see you get a cash reward. You do also get XP and weapon score. I'm not sure if I will because I am max level. As you can see it there, rifle score awarded, but no XP because I am already max level 60. For you guys, you will get the XP, but you won't if you don't pick the animal up. So definitely, if you take an animal out, make sure you go over to it and pick it up to make sure you don't miss out on that beautiful money, XP, and rifle score. Number 7 is to do with your animal harvest. Now, say for example, this right here was a diamond or an extremely rare animal, and I don't have the money to taxidermy it. Well, what you can go ahead and do is click Save Harvest. Now, what you're able to do is save up to 10 harvests that you can then taxidermy later on. So if you don't have the money or if you don't have a lodge just yet, you can go ahead, store them in there up to 10, remember. Only up to 10, and then you can go ahead and taxidermy those later on. Just like that, click accept, everything else is the same. Then what you do is you go ahead, you go into your trophy lodge just like this. Let's go ahead and load up our trophy lodge here. And then when you are in your trophy lodge, what you are able to do is go right on ahead, go here into your trophy manager, go to saved harvest. As you can see, there's the wild boar. You click on it, then you can taxidermy it right there. I don't need to do that. It was only a level 3 and it was just a placeholder. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it. But you guys would go ahead and click taxidermize right there, which then means that you'll have it available for you to go ahead and put up anywhere you like within your lodge. Tip number 8 is going to be don't bother buying these in-game hunting stands right here. They cost quite a lot of money and they don't really provide you an optimum location for you to be hunting the animals. Like for example, this one right over here is in this bay area, and usually what happens is the animals are already over here drinking, so to come over to this actual hunting stand to start off with, you would actually scare them off. And let's have a look here. How much does it cost to actually build one of these things? So it costs 2,100. That's quite a lot of money when you're first starting out, so I'd go ahead, leave them for another time later on into the game when you've got plenty of money. They're not necessary and you really don't need them, so go ahead and leave those ones for now. Tip number 9 is don't worry too much about doing the missions. They can be time consuming and they can be unnecessary if you are going to go onto a map like SRP or New Zealand, but at the same time they can be a really good source of XP and also a little bit of cash as well. So if you enjoy a good story to a game, definitely go ahead and try them out. But if you're not too fussed about it, what you need to do is go to your main menu over here, go to game settings and turn the mission system off. That'll mean that when you load into the game, you don't have the missions playing in the background distracting you, and you can just get on with the hunting. However, again, if you do actually like a mission system to a game, leave it on. There's no harm in doing them, but do beware they can take quite a lot of time to fully complete. And then finally, my 10th and final tip is going to be ask your friends to help you get the outposts on each map. Now, when you load up into a map, your entire map will be grayed out, and there'll be these things here, but they will be in green. Now, these are called outposts, and they are going to be your quick travel around the map, if you will. They'll be dotted in different locations around the map, and what you need to ask your friend to do is drop a tent on each one, and you can fast travel around, unlock the outpost, and then you will also then be able to, just like this, fast travel around the map. It'll save you an absolute ton of time. I would say anywhere between 2 and 3 hours of just walking from each outpost on each map. Overall, there's 9 maps, 2 and 3 hours each. That can be anywhere between 20 hours to 30 hours easily that you'll save just by them helping you out. So definitely get one of them to help you out. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting a hell of a lot of time. And I think that's pretty much it. If you guys want to know anything more, if you want me to go into more detail on anything, please let me know down in the comments. And if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more, then do go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And leave the like if you feel like this was useful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Much love to each and every one of you. I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, and peace.